Good morning, everyone. It's video number 4, and I thought I would share an early morning meditation. Perhaps when you see this, it won't be an early morning, but it is for me. So I'm wrapped in my meditation shawl, and so I'll start right away with meditation, and then I'll move on to speaking a little bit more about stress in the mind. So if you bring your eyes to closing, if that's comfortable for you. If not, you can leave them open. I'm just turning off my phone here. No, you can leave them open. And we'll start with some belly breaths. Bringing a lot of air, deep breath into the belly and diaphragm. As much air as you can. Then holding the breath for a couple of seconds. And then breathing out. Slowly. Feeling as the shoulders release. And then another deep breath. Taking in as much air as you can into the diaphragm and belly. Holding the breath for a couple of seconds. And then breathing out slowly. Feeling as the body relaxes and releases with each out breath. And one more time, breathing in, taking in as much air as you can, filling in the belly, feeling as the belly and diaphragm rise, and then holding the breath for a couple seconds, and then breathing out slowly. Releasing the body to gravity. And one more time, taking in a deep breath, bringing in as much air as you can into the belly and diaphragm so the belly rises. Holding the breath for a couple of seconds and breathing out very slowly. Feeling the body release to gravity, shoulders relax. Then going back to breathing normally. Finding the natural rhythm of the breath. Taking a few moments to relax the body. Bringing awareness to the feet. Relaxing the toes. All the feet. Relaxing the lower legs. The knees, the upper thighs, the upper legs. Just relaxing, breathing in oxygen, breathing out tension and stress. Relaxing the buttocks and pelvic area. Releasing all of it to gravity. Releasing and relaxing the torso, the front body, muscles in the front body and chest, and relaxing the back. Just releasing to gravity. Relaxing the shoulders and arms and hands. Breathing in oxygen, breathing out tension and stress. Relaxing the neck, the head, and the lower jaw. Relaxing the lips, relaxing your eyes, the forehead, the region between the eyebrows, the muscles of the cheeks. Just inviting the whole body to relax. We're inviting the parasympathetic nervous system to relax, to release. Breathing in oxygen, breathing out tension and stress. If you like, you can take a normal breath and just exhale like ah, or a deeper breath ah, and release. Release to gravity. Let go of resistance or tension. And then turning your attention to the breath. Finding the very beginning of an in-breath. And following that in-breath all the way till it turns around and becomes the out-breath. And then following that out-breath until you've exhaled completely. Perhaps you may notice that very short gap between the out-breath and the next in-breath. And then bring awareness to the next in-breath. When we are under stress, the mind tends to be occupied in thinking about what stresses us out, in worrying, in dwelling. When we sit in practice or even during the day, coming back to the breath gives the mind somewhere to go in the present moment as it willingly releases those thoughts. And that's the practice. That's what we cultivate when we do this meditation, is the willingness to let go of all that thinking and coming back to the present. And the breath is an anchor in the present moment. It's always happening here. Part of what we learn as we practice mindfulness is that the mind wanders off. The mind is always feeling like it's busy thinking about this or that. And as we practice, we learn the willingness to let go of the thoughts, even if they feel very important. We let them go and we come back again and again and again. The more you practice, the more you realize that there's no need to be frustrated at the mind for wandering off. We learn to accept that it does that from time to time, sometimes many times. And we gently and firmly say, okay, mind, come on back to the present. Expanding our field of awareness now to noticing sounds. So that you are still lightly aware of the breath, but now your field of awareness is wide and you are paying attention to sounds that come to your ears. These sounds may come from outside of the room where you are or inside of the room, or even within the body, the sound of the breath or even of your heart beating. Checking in with the body, and if there's any areas that feel tense, just release the body, and coming back to the breath and sounds. So that is a good meditation to do in the morning. It gets you focused and ready to go. And it's also a great meditation to do before bed, as it might help the mind settle and be willing to release thoughts and worries. So I thought that I would talk today about stress a little bit more. I spoke about stress in the last video. And as I said, stress is it's found in the way that you interpret the thing that stresses you out. And we can have the mind really dwelling on those thoughts that are stressful. And these may come into your awareness over and over and over as you are trying to get through your day. Perhaps some of you who are watching this are out there working to take care of those who are sick with this virus that's going around in our planet. Or some of you may be homebound and start feeling trapped, unable to go out. Perhaps you live alone and you're having no human contact. So, or you're worrying about somebody you love getting sick or who is already sick, or maybe some of you've lost loved ones. So this is a time where there's so many people who are at the same time are experiencing significant stress and despair. The mind can go over those thoughts many, many times. Exact same thoughts. It'll just repeat them. Jump on this thought, jump to that thought. So what I would like to say is it is important to give the mind a break, to release some of those thoughts, just as we did in the meditation. So one way to do that is to use your senses. So if you take the time to describe to yourself what is it that you see in any one moment, whether you see the color of the wall where you are, or you see some ornaments, or you see some pictures on the wall, or people walking by. What are some of the things that your eyes see? And remember, mindfulness is about being aware without judging what you see. So you start observing the mind. If what you see reminds you of something painful, the mind may label it as ugly or upsetting. What we want to do is we want to get to observing without labeling or judging. Just observing what's there. Then you can say, what are the sounds that I hear? Just focus on sounds. What are some of the smells? What are some of the sensations in the body? So that's a very portable mindfulness activity. And as I describe it here, I imagine that for some people to be aware of what they see or what they hear or what they smell in this present moment may bring them to a present moment that may be upsetting in itself. Like if you're a nurse or a doctor and you are at the hospital treating so many people who are ill, listening to the sounds of respirators or the sight of medical instruments. If that's the case, then bring awareness to things that are neutral. Perhaps the sensation of the ground under the feet. Just focusing on that sensation of the ground under the feet. Or perhaps the sensation of your shirt touching your skin and really focusing on that sensation. Or finding something like the ceiling or the wall that is neutral and focusing on that. So it is not about escaping the present moment, it's about finding ways to settle into the present moment and giving the mind a break from all the thoughts that create that stress. This practice of being aware of what I see and paying attention to as many things that my eyes see or sounds and smells and sensations in the body. These are opportunities to settle into the present moment and give the mind a break from all the thoughts that are worrisome. The same if you are ill, if you don't feel well, you may think the present moment is painful. So perhaps using music to focus the mind in the present moment, giving us a little break from the thoughts and interpretations about whatever's happening. So that's it for today's video. I hope you all find these helpful, and a couple of reminders. Share them with as many people as you can, and some people may not be interested, and that's okay, but these may find their way to people who can really use them. And the second thing is, if you are able to donate any money to the food bank, please do so, and that way we can all help each other. So I will be sending one more tomorrow. Thank you, and have a lovely day or afternoon or evening. Thank you.